Hi everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Being ACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate, bringing to you some tips and techniques which you can use probably now that only 15 days roughly are left for your ACCA PM June exam. I'm going to talk to you about a few points. The very first point being that now your focus should be on the key areas. You've had enough time to work upon your entire syllabus. Now, the focus should be on a few key areas of your syllabus. We all know that some areas are probably more important than the others. Now, please understand, I'm not telling you to do selective study. I'm not telling you to lose out the other areas, just totally scrapping them away. That is not what I'm saying to you. I am telling you to focus more on the key areas. What are the key areas? So, for example, you could be talking about the specialized costing techniques where you have learned about the ABC, throughput accounting, you've learned about absorption costing, marginal costing. You have another important topic in the form of budgeting. So, you've learned about different types of budgets, incremental, zero based. Then, you have a very important again topic which is the variance analysis. Then, you also have the non-financial performance, so balance scorecard, any financial performance appraisal also for that matter. So these are all considered to be key areas which are a part of your syllabus. Second thing that I would like to talk to you people about is you should be mastering the structure of your paper. So you people should be very clear what you are preparing yourself for. So if you know the format of your paper, like how we appear for any driving test, so we get to know that this is all that will be required of us. First we have to make an 8, then we have to make a reverse S. So all of these, then we have to parallel park. So these are all of the things that we expect that this is going to come up in the driving exam. So similarly, you should know what you should be expecting for your exam. You should know that you are going to be tested on 3 sections of your paper. You have section A, wherein you have 15 MCQs, independent multiple choice questions. Then you have your section B, wherein you will have 3 case studies. Each case study will be of 10 marks, and it's again going to have 5 questions in each case study. So all 5 questions are going to pertain to the case study, which will be shown to you on the left hand side of the screen, and on the right hand side you're going to have all of the questions related to that case study. Then you have the third section, section C of your paper, where it's going to be constructed response questions. That means entire answer has to be constructed by you people. So you have to give your, if it is a numerical requirement, you have to give in your calculations. You'll be provided with a spreadsheet functionality. And if you people are being asked any discussion based requirements, then you will be given something like a word processor, a word sheet. So there you will have to type in your discussion based answers. So know what you are going in for. Another thing which I would like to emphasize is the time management. Ensure that any practice that you do from today onwards, if you are not already doing that from before, ensure that any practice you are doing under timed conditions. Students I have seen who were really well versed with the syllabus, who had practiced so much, still they ended up failing their exams, not getting successful, and the reason being that they could not manage to finish their entire paper. Now see, it's very easy to be able to attempt 100 marks of paper and then score 50 out of it, rather than spend answering the questions which are worth like 70 marks and then getting 50 out of it. So the margin that you receive is going to be lesser if you do not attempt your entire paper. So ensure that you are timing yourself well. Use the classic 1.8 minute per mark rule. Ensure that every question that you practice is time bound. Take the marks, multiply that by 1.8. You have how much is the time allowed. So ensure that none of the practice that you do from today onwards is without setting a timer. That's that. The next point which I would like to talk about is the writing techniques, specifically for the section C of your paper. So when it comes to section C, you are given with discussion based requirements. Numericals all the students practice and they are still able to solve for them, but it is the discussion based requirements where the students lack the most. So a few techniques that you can use, or a few pointers that you must keep in mind whenever you're drafting your theoretical discussion based requirements. One key thing is to remember that if the question gives you the name of the company in the question, so if it says evaluate the benefits of ABC costing for star company. So if the name of the question is star company, they're asking you specific answers, specific benefits which star company will get. So you have to ensure that you do not write a generic answer. If you end up writing generic answers, you're not going to be even able to get half of the available marks. So if it's a 4 marker requirement, you go and write the general points which you have learned as a part of your content, then you will barely get 1.5 marks. So this is how the marking rubric, I'm not saying this, I've read this in the examiner reports. So this is what the examiner tells you. If you ask, if the examiner asks for a case study related answer and you end up giving them the generic answers, they're not going to give you the marks. So remember this thing. Remember to link to the scenario. The examiner is going to give you multiple chances, multiple things in the case study with which you will be able to link your answers according to the case. Then another thing which you people should keep into consideration is always write as per the marks available. So if you have a 6 marker question coming in for discussion based question and you end up writing barely 3 to 4 sentences, no way, that on no planet is that amount of content going to get you 6 marks. So ensure that you write your answer in sufficient detail as per the marks which are available in the question. Remember this. And one more thing which I want you people to remember is, wherever possible, use subheaders. Whenever you're talking about one point, whichever point you're talking about in these sentences, ensure that you use that as a subheader. That makes your answer much more polished. It makes your answer easy to read for the examiner. And when you make the job of the examiner easy, he's going to give you marks. Absolutely right. So ensure that you are using subheaders wherever possible. And one more very important advice that I would like to give you people is, do not ramble on for sentences together. So if you have already written your answer, 3 to 4 sentences are done, you are now going to talk about the next point in your answer, then ensure that you leave a line and then start your next point from the other line. Nobody wants to read essays in the exam, right? So ensure that you're using small paragraphs. This is going to ensure that each and every point that you are conveying, that reaches to the examiner, that reaches to tell them that what you're trying to say, what all you have tried to cover. So this is also very important that you break down your points. Whichever separate points that you are giving, those should be separately broken down into different parts. Now, last thing which I would want to tell you people is going to be about your past paper practice. So these last few days are super important. They can make or break your final result. So I would want you people to practice the past papers that are available on the ACCA practice platform, and do practice them over there only, because that's going to be the place, the software, similar software is going to be used in your exam. So ensure that you're getting used to using that software. You practice your questions from there under timed conditions, check your answers, see where you're going wrong. And one more thing which I would like to tell you people is about the examiner reports. So spend some time, probably the last 2 to 3 days when they are left. So spend some time reading the examiner reports. You would have already done the section C, latest past paper questions. So section A and B also, some of the questions are published by the examiner. Only those questions are published which were the most wrongly attempted questions. So these would be a few, questions involving a little bit of a tip or trick here and there. So get used to solving those kind of questions also, so that you're preparing yourself to answer those questions which others in the previous attempts have answered wrongly. So this could help you. And one last advice before I close this video is, I want you people to get at least one mock evaluated by somebody. You may be going to a tutor, you may be doing self-study. Wherever you get your mock evaluated, you have to attempt one mock under fully timed conditions and get that evaluated by someone. And it cannot be you. You cannot evaluate your own paper. There's always a self-review threat with that. So ensure that you get your mock evaluated. Do it in decent time left for the exam. Probably do it like 5 to 6 days before the exam. Sometimes even the marker is going to take to return your evaluated copy back to you. And whatever feedback they give you, ensure that you work upon your mistakes, so that any mistakes that you've made over here in the mock, that mistake can be avoided. One is bare minimum, and if you feel like the need is there, you can even get 2 mocks evaluated by somebody. But mock evaluation is not a choice. You absolutely have to get it done. So I hope that this video was helpful for you people. If you still have any queries, or if you think I missed out on anything which you can probably do to add value to your preparation in the last few days, make sure that you leave a comment so the others who come to see this video also see what other things they can do apart from this. I've tried to be as comprehensive as I can. I've shared what I also did as a part of my preparation. So, yeah, this was me giving you a few advices for your PM June 25 exams. I hope that this was helpful, and I really wish you people all the very best for your exams. May you all pass with flying colors. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.